Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Love, Peace, and Happiness Today channel messages, tarot messages, and singing bowls. So we're going to get started by highlighting all of our chakras through the playing of the singing bowls. So I want to thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing this. Put this message out there. Take a moment to share it to your social media. We appreciate it because what is coming out is perfectly divine for all of us, right on time. Thank you so much. We're going to go ahead and get started. Let me go ahead and get these singing bowls going for us. All right. So, today is for me day 5 of the chakra challenge. If you haven't seen it, go check out the information about it. You can find it on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. I put it all over my YouTube. It's everywhere. It's a 7-day challenge to help activate all your chakras and get them all in alignment with Gaia, where it is right now. And it's very simple. So today is throat chakra day for me, which is why I'm wearing this blue. And it was really interesting when I found this outfit because this is an outfit that's new, but my mother picked it out. And my mother's been passed since 2007. So we're going to stop talking about me right now. I just wanted to throw that out there. So I want to invite in our ancestors, all those lives that brought us to this place. You are a very specific genetic recipe. And so we invite in our ancestors and we invite in the energy of Gaia and love source God, creator of all that ever is, was, will be, or could be. And we're going to begin with a general overarching message for the energies at this time. And just so that you know, my mother and father are always with me as they're both spirit guides of mine. So let's see, we're going to use the Major Arcana deck. And we will pull a Major Arcana card just to see what is the energy for us. Today is my first time broadcasting on Periscope in a couple of years. So we're going to start putting these messages out on Periscope. For those of you who find them on Periscope, come back, follow. We'll be going live. Thank you, YouTube, for doing what you do because y'all are the ones that we've been catering to. And the Major Arcana for humanity today is the Star card. We love this. It's a healing time, people. You are blessed, safe, and protected. Whenever the Star card shows itself, this is the energy of Aquarius. And hey, we're entering and solidifying that energy of Aquarius in these days. This is why we're going through all this stuff that we're going through on Earth. There had to be a realigning with our higher self and with the energy on Gaia. Gaia has raised its vibration. That was what started in 2012 that had the nations freaked out. And now it's picked up momentum. It's active like it's never been before. And it is necessary for those who choose to remain here to match the vibration, or at least be calling to that vibration, moving in the direction of that vibration, because this is how you'll be able to stay in here. So the Star card comes out talking about the age of Aquarius, talking about a deep healing going on, talking about blessings being poured out. And you know, most blessings come in disguise. So let's see what's at the bottom of the deck, which is our foundation, where we're coming from, what brought us to this point. We have the High Priestess. The High Priestess is that divine channel of information, of knowledge, of awareness, where you are tuned into the collective consciousness, lustrous God, creator of all that ever is, was, will be, or could be, divine mind. Yes. And so you receive the messages. And this is why you know that you're good. You're feeling good. You're looking at some of the craziness that's going on around, and you're like, oh my goodness, why is this happening with them? Because I feel fine. It's a new day and I'm feeling fine, is how you say to yourself. Now, for whatever reason, that wanted to come out before we go into our love, peace, and happiness words of clarity, which is not usually the way we operate. So let's see, what are our words of clarity for love, peace, and happiness today? Love, God, thank you, thank you, thank you. We are promoting our hashtag love mongering. I had to look up mongering because it has a deceptive connotation to it. Mongering being a sneaky method of operation, right? So we're sneaking the love in between the cracks. We're sneaking the peace in between the cracks. But we're really like, we are out here as strategically placed agents of love. Of what? This is not Eros love. This is not about the love of the flesh. This is about agape love, the love of the divine. Yes. So we have our word of clarity for love, and the word that came out is talent. Love, love, love. If you embrace your talents right now, this is going to help us align even more with the energies of love in our life. Your talents are here to inspire love in many. You will find that if you embrace your talents, the love energy will be augmented in your life, enhanced, and expanded. So let's have a word of clarity now, listeners. God, please, and ancestors and mommy and daddy, thank you. I feel like daddy's over here and mommy's over here, like with us. Okay. What is the word of clarity for peace today, listeners? God, thank you, thank you, thank you. This one is sticking out the side of the deck, and it is receive. Was this at the base of the deck yesterday? All I know is I seen it recently, and it was at the base of the deck. So receive peace. Peace is available, but you have to choose it. Anything can be available, but you have to choose it. You have to believe it and receive it. In other words, you have the opportunity for peace available. You have to choose to allow yourself to sit in it, embrace it, and receive it. So let's see what is the word of clarity for happiness for us today. Let's just God, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you to all our ancestors. So important right now. The ancestors just coming through so strongly to me all the time lately. So let's see what is the word of clarity for our happiness today. One word of clarity would be great. Thank you. Look, what you doing? Can I get one word of clarity? Thank you. Ha! I love it. It's the word love. The word of clarity today for our happiness is love. So, and love was talent. So I see that our talents are going to really bring us a lot of joy at this time. They're going to help us keep our vibe up, going to help us keep our mental state healthy and our emotional state healthy. The bottom of the deck that we have right now is prosperity. There is prosperity in this for us. This is a prosperous time. And is that aligned with the divine mind? Absolutely, yes, it is. And we know this. But does everybody have awareness of this? On a soul level, they do. But it's the physical mind where they get stuck too. So let's see how the Play School flashcards are going to add to our message today. We want to encourage everyone to watch the 1330 Sidereal reading that was done last night. It is filled with epic information, so amazing channeled messages about the situation Gaia is in right now. So please take a chance to watch that. And for those on Periscope, you can find that on my YouTube channel. Let's go ahead and see what word or flashcard came out. We have the blue square. So blue, throat chakra day for me. Yes, speaking out foundational beginnings. The 4 and the square gives me the energy of and speaking out from the heart. Thank you. So it's speaking out from the heart, that which you would like to build as a structure in your life, a foundation in your life moving forward. So this is saying, you've got to speak out from the place of love. It's got to be aligned with your heart, with your purposes. And today we're really being taught to, I'm hearing, share what we know, share what we have verbally. This is verbal sharing. So I feel like there's some people that are in a place of being guided to speak to family members about some of their hobbies, some of their goals, some of their purpose that they've aligned with. Whoever you are in your quarantine with, some phone calls are going to be made. This is a very important day for communication, and this is you communicating outward to your world. Now, this card is also speaking on a more spiritual level about today being a profoundly powerful day to speak things into existence. So, with that being said, we're going to speak again about our game that we channeled, which is called Have the Thought and Drop It Like It's Hot. So, if everything was perfectly magical in your life, what would that look like? And giving this gratitude for it. So I'm so thankful and grateful that I have freedom. I'm so thankful and grateful that my business is thriving. I'm so thankful and grateful for my new car that drives itself. I'm so thankful and grateful for my perfect health. I'm so thankful and grateful that I have great friends. I'm so thankful and grateful that the age of Aquarius really begins. So this is how you play the game. That was my example. You have other things on your heart that you're so thankful and grateful for. You may throw out a new job. You may throw out a new career. You may throw out hobbies. You may throw out love interests. You may throw out health interests. You may throw out family interests. But throw them out with gratitude and thanks and quickly move on to the next item on your mind. And we want to do this as quickly as we can with as little thought as possible, because the human mentality has the tendency to overthink and think itself into a state of resistance. And so as we are not even focusing upon how things come about or what that would take and what wouldn't work for it, this is a time where we just cast the spell from your lips. Cast that spell. Speak it well of what you would love to see, have, do, and be in this world. So, imagine all the people. This is it. Imagine for all the people. For those of you, Butterfly Nation, Masters of Transformation, now is a time that is really potent for us to use our ability to cast this spell to benefit all the people. How can we cast a spell that would benefit all the people? And what would that look like for us? And so let's go ahead and see what the base of the deck is for the Play School flashcards. We have the ball, and there is a blue ball with a pink stripe. This is talking to me about childishness, childhood issues, and play. So this is saying, like, get in touch with your inner child. There's a blending of the masculine and the feminine, but the feminine sticks out because the masculine has been, right? But now the feminine energy is wrapping around the earth. That's what I see happening here. I see the divine feminine energy wrapping around earth, and I see that now is the time where you can really wrap your divine feminine around earth by blessing it, casting the spells to benefit all your brothers and sisters of humanity. So the words of clarity and the flashcards today are really encouraging us, and they're saying you have a talent for love. You have a honed skill of agape. You are really masterful in being lovers in this society. And so we are highly being encouraged to work from that heart space, work from that place, and put it into action in order to augment happiness and love and peace on earth and help people. And I'm hearing we could even speak out the calm and the needs being met, and that everybody is abundantly provided for. We can use our words to cast these spells. And that is in line with the general energy that we received. The blessings, the healing, the guidance, the protection that is being poured out for Earth right now. With the High Priestess at the bottom of the deck, this is saying, like, when you do this, have the thought and drop it like it's hot, you are actually channeling messages that I'm hearing that you're receiving for Gaia, and you are being a catalyst for the fulfillment of it. Humans are so powerful, and the spells you cast must come to fulfillment. So let's look at the divine feminine energy today with the good tarot again. As I've seen, these messages are so beautifully designed for us. So let's just go. What is the messages in regards to the divine feminine today? Thank you, thank you, thank you for the one card. We have the Two of Earth. Two of Earth. And what do I see? I'm going to tell you that the first thing sticking out to me, this imagery is kind of subtle. It's extremely subtle, but over here there is a whale. There's a whale that I see. And this whale immediately came to me about the crystalline grid. So this is the divine feminine energy, as above, so below, creating change on Earth. And it's like Gaia has called out for this. And this is also about creating balance at this time. Divine feminine is bringing together, I'm hearing, the best of both worlds. The divine feminine at this time is being encouraged to continue this work because the changes you're making are tangible. They are, we're still in the beginning phases. It's not the Ace of Pentacles, but it's the Two of Pentacles, divine feminine. The changes that you have begun are solidifying and beginning to pick up and grow. So this is awesome. This lets us know that that energy that we've been speaking about during this whole session and during basically this whole existence of this channel is happening on Earth. Let's see what the bottom of the deck is for the divine feminine. We have the Six of Air. At the bottom of the deck, the Six of Air says, divine feminine, you've been through so many challenges, difficulties, battles, arguments, struggles, and fights. And now you are getting in that boat and rowing off to a better place, to calmer shores, to a more peaceful place. And this is saying you're getting out of the struggle. You're leaving the conflict behind. And this has created a huge change for humankind, is what I'm hearing. So let's see what John Holland Psychic Tarot for the Heart wants to speak regarding the divine masculine. And I'm just realizing that I didn't bring my other tarot cards down, so I'm going to have to get up and go get those. But that's okay. We can do that. Yeah, I sure didn't. All right. What is the energy? Lesser Scott, angels, all the angels, our ancestors, mommy and daddy. What is the message for the divine masculine today? Thank you, thank you, thank you. One card for the divine masculine energy today. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, I got it. We have, and it came out two cards because one went in my hand and the other one flew over my right wrist. So God's like, oh, you think you get one? How about two? I'm like, okay. And now I'm hearing we're going to pull another one on the feminine side when we're done in response to this masculine energy. We have the Master card come out. This is the Devil card in the traditional tarot. So this is facing the shadow, becoming the shadow master, becoming that spiritual ninja where you can move through the things that were holding you back, toxic behaviors, unhealthy habits, connections. And I'm even getting the question, what are you bound to? Where you were feeling compelled, right? What are you bound to? Are the things that you've chosen to bind yourself to ones that you want to continue to carry forth? Divine masculine is a question to ask yourself. Now, the second card that you have coming out is darkest fears. So we see here a divine masculine here is having to face some of their darkest fears that they have been bound to in this reality. And they're coming up. These darkest fears are coming up because when the devil card comes up, you have the opportunity to change that pattern, change that habit. So this could equal for the divine masculine energy on earth that there is a idea that comes up in your mind. And it's, for some of you, it's going to be something you quit, something you let go of, something that was a bad habit that you stopped doing, an attachment to something that was toxic or unhealthy for you that you've let go of. And it's coming up, and it's coming up because it's being uncreated and destroyed through your moving through it. Now is not the time to get back into it. It's the time to say, oh, I already know about that shit, and dismiss it. Yes. The bottom of the deck for the divine masculine at this time, look at this, coming together, the Two of Cups. So there is a divine masculine energy here who is starting to get in tune with his divine feminine energy. And for some of you, this is equaling like you have found your divine partner, you know who they are, and there is this coming together happening. But for that to happen, the divine masculine is going to have to master some of their fears. And when we're talking about this devil energy, you have caged your heart to a situation that you've gone many cycles with. And the question that came out was, what are you bound to? So I see here a divine masculine energy that is holding on to some sort of connection that has kept their heart in a cage. It has not allowed them to fully express or be in a place of love. And I see that as a divine masculine moves forward, I see that this is going to cause a huge upset, because whatever this toxic or confining connection is, limiting connection, you're limiting yourself, divine masculine, limiting yourself by this connection. And whatever this connection is, or whoever this connection is going to be disrupted when you pull your energy back. They're not going to want for you to move on because they have allowed themselves to become dependent upon you. Because if it's toxic one way, it's toxic the other way too. And so there is a need here to release ourselves from these toxic connections at this time, to free ourselves from them, so that we can have this melding, this merging with the divine feminine energy. And for some of us, this really literally equals into a union coming together when somebody breaks a connection with somebody, with another person or situation or place or circumstance. Fill in the blank according to your life. You know how these messages are resonating for you. All we can do is channel them for you, and then I can give it to you, but what you gonna do with it? And once that is finally, once you've freed yourself from it, you'll be like the angel taking flight, quantum leaping into where you want to be, what you've been drawn to in this Two of Cups, this connection, this mirroring, magical connection that you've been drawn to. I love, love, love. Okay. Let's see what is the divine feminine response. And I heard you pull the next card off the top for the second card for the divine feminine. And we have the 8 of Fire. Yay. The fact that the divine feminine was holding the 2 Pentacles, the 2 of Earth, bringing 2 worlds together. This divine feminine is really doing the quantum leaping, and things are going to pick up pace, move really fast. There is a fire being lit underneath somebody's ass. Love, love, love. The 8 of Wands is about a communication. So I feel like this divine feminine is really in tune, really aware. And there's a panda bear here that's highly significant for somebody. This divine feminine energy comes in riding on the back of a beautiful panda. Look at that. Yay. And somebody has this, there's a divine feminine here who has, she has a real obsession, passion for hand fans for whatever reason. Or do you come from a place where they use a lot of hand fans, or the place is known for it? I feel like as this divine feminine energy in this 8 of Fire is floating, her power, her connective energy that she's exercising in this two of earth, bringing two worlds together, right on down away to the divine masculine energy to help them and support them as they break these binds, break these toxic connections, and break the links that are holding them back from their true passion of what they're being drawn to. Their soul is drawing them to something. Now, this divine feminine sitting on the back of this panda tells me you're highly connected to earth and you've learned your yin yang. What does that mean? You understand both the light and the dark. You know how an over forced light can actually be used for dark. So you understand the dark spot inside the center of the white half of the yin yang. You understand how the light can be used for dark, and you understand how the dark can be used for light, where the use of quote unquote dark tendencies can be used to free, to provide support, to provide protection to those who need help, where there's always a perfect situation. There's always the perfect storm in which a dark tendency can be used for light. Okay, when there's so much night, sometimes it can be used for light. Okay. So light can go dark, dark can go light when it's not used in the foundation of love, peace, and happiness. And boy, these crystal singing bowls, I don't know if y'all can hear them on your side of the show, but like every time I speak, I hear them. So let's pull some experiences. I'm going to slide these cards up. So glad that I have more cards. Let's see what's going on for us today. We're going to use, I'm going to use them again, the animal spirit cards that I have, and we're going to pull some a overarching energy for the experience of the day that wants to be spoken about. So this experience of the day today that wants to be spoken about, this could apply to your love situation, and that's exactly what I'm feeling. So we're just going to leave the rest of that dialogue or monologue alone here, because it's definitely a monologue. And I'm trying to shuffle in hand. I get it one time, and this card, look at how it lands on my thumb. Like, this wants to speak. And it's like, yay, finally she's going to pull me and talk about the channel messages that she sees. So let's see what's going on in our romantic connections, because it's all about the heart, baby. Without the heart, none of the chakras are open. None of the chakras can be active in a positive and divine way. You have to hit that heart chakra energy first. And our romantic connections are spiritual classrooms. Like, we learn through our romantic connections. So in regards to romance today, we have the zebra. What's the background on the singing bowls? We have the zebra. Why have I always used the zebra? Some of you who have been with me for 3 and 4 years know that I used to only have the zebra on the table. The zebra is the perfect balance, like we just spoke about, of the yin and yang, the light and the dark, just like that panda. And look at that third eye. So I see a strong third eye connection. You are psychically, intuitively connected to the person that you are thinking of at this time. Okay. You are connected. And in that third eye, there is a huge activation. So this is activating strong spiritual energy in this partnership through your awareness of one another. And I see two people here in a partnership that are not only striving, but completely engulfed in being willing to work through any contrast that comes up within the partnership. Now, especially with the spiritual awareness of both parties, and this is a relationship that is spiritually aligned, because this is the card for the relationship. This is about third chakra. Now, when I say spiritually aligned, maybe the partner we're talking about for you is not as awake as you yet. Maybe they haven't come into the full expression of their powers yet. Maybe their spiritual abilities is running wild like the kids outside of my room are right now. But by their connection to you, it's to help them to create a melding within themselves. And so there's a relationship here. And for a lot of you, I'm picking up, these are soulmates. For some of you, you've gone through enough soulmates and now you're on that one epic situation where this person actually really matches your vibration. Let's see what's at the bottom of the deck. Ooh, the snake. And in this deck, this is about, for me, I do not have the guidebook on this deck. I see death and rebirth because this snake is eating its own tail and there is a rebirth going on. Because we have the flower of life in the center. And what is the flower of life? The flower of life is a image that actually looks like what chromosomes look like when they begin to, I can't remember the proper, is it mitosis? Is it mitosis? And again, I hear yes. Okay, so where they begin to split, they split and split and split and split enough, they begin to look like the image of the flower of life, the seed of life. It is a sacred geometry symbol, very powerful. So this relationship, that's what is being the foundation for this connection. The foundation of this connection is to create a rebirth. So what does this mean? This means this connection is going to cause a shift in your perspective, a shift in awareness, a shift in your way of being. Like as you go into it, you're going to come out of it a different person. Or if you don't come out of it, you're going to move into being different people as you're in it. Okay? We're going to use the Witch's Tarot to go into more of the 3D experience on this love connection. So let's see, Love Source God, show us the experience that we are discussing here between these people as it unfolds in 3D. So where's the situation that we're dealing with now? Wow, Two of Cups. The Two of Cups was at the base of the Divine Masculine. So there is a coming together. There is a union. This is two people who have fellow feeling for one another that is shared. They both have their own cup of love. So they're able to bring it to the table. They are able to toast together because they each have their own cup of love and it is full. What else do you want to say about this connection, listeners? God, I see there's a lot of joy. There's a lot of light. These two cups of love have attracted each other. We have the Page of Swords. Page of Swords is about an investigation, asking a question. This is about looking for more information, trying to figure things out. And being willing, so I see a divine masculine here or the feminine party of this relationship. Like, okay, yeah, I'm definitely down to check this out. You know, the divine masculine or the masculine counterpart is in this relationship saying, oh my God, I got to get there. And we've been getting that song come through in the messages for a while. Got to be there, got to be there in the morning when she says hello to the world. Yes, that's the feeling there. And so it's like, ooh, look at this. The way these two cards are presenting as I lay them down, the feminine energy is guarding the arrival of the masculine energy. The feminine energy is using her headspace, her spell casting very powerfully in order to bring this in. To clear space so that this masculine can come in. So what does this mean? Honey, you're staying sucker free. If you're the feminine energy, your main focus right now is on staying sucker free because you know you have the perfect thing coming in your way, a divine connection. You believe and you know, and maybe you've even seen as we have the third eye chakra that there is the divine, there is a perfect mate for you. In other words, let's speak in simpler terms. Love Source God, thank you, thank you. There is a perfect mate here for you, and it's not the ones that you're dismissing. Right? It's not by getting involved with the sucker. Gotta stay sucker free. So the next message we have coming out is the Chariot. The Chariot. Somebody is going to be traveling by land. They're going to get in their car and spin their wheels right in your direction. This says that as this relationship picks up and takes off, it's going to pick up and take off quickly. This is a card promising that obstacles are overcome. So if you know somebody and you're working on bringing this soulmate union together, this twin flame union together, this love union together. So this would be somebody who is, I even pick up on a partner. This two people who live in different places physically uniting. This is also a relationship that has been together and drawing even closer. This is an important conversation that's I feel like the feminine energy has neglected to speak what's really been on her mind. And now she's letting it out. She's speaking it out. And she's communicating effectively while guarding against being haughty or accusatory or lashing with her words. She's making sure that she speaks gently from a place of love. And the masculine energy in the relationship is really responding well to this. The masculine energy is here in these cards saying, I am so proud of you. Like, you really have figured out how to communicate better with me. I remember back in the day, like, you would lose your shit because we talking about a long-term partnership, right? So I feel like there's also a couple here that's been together, and I'm hearing for 20 years. And this couple, all of a sudden, something has happened where the divine masculine has really, like, I feel like for this divine masculine or this masculine counterpart, he's hearing about the troubles that one of his buddies gets. So maybe he's still working right now. He must be an essential worker. Praise. Anyways, he is working, and one of his buddies is talking about his partner, his wife. And they've been together both equally for a long time, right? And his wife is like in fear and shock and just losing her mind about our social situation right now. And she is frantic and she is worrisome and she is in this very unproductive headspace. And so here we have two guys, buddies at work, talking about this. And the one guy is just like, he comes home from work and I see him saying, oh, baby, can I just, baby, let me just tell you, baby, how much I love and adore you. I want to thank you, baby, because I see that you could be like that guy's lady, but you're not. You're perfect for me. Thank you for always being the calm in my life. Thank you for always being the peaceful place. Thank you for always finding the brighter light in life. And I see a wife being acknowledged, respected, admired. This husband could be coming home with flowers or a gift, a new ring that you were not expecting. And it's not even your anniversary. So I see this taking the wife by shock. And she's like, wow. I didn't expect that. I didn't know you realized. Do you know how much I go through just to make sure that I could be this way for myself and for you and the kids and everybody in my life? Like, I really have gone through a lot to become this person. So that way I could be encouraging and I could be uplifting. And I didn't think anybody noticed. So I really appreciate that. Oh my God. And you even got me this gift. You brought me flowers. You brought me a ring to acknowledge this beautiful. Oh my God, what a beautiful day today is. It feels like it's my birthday. And it's not even any holiday. It's just an average day. Wow. So I feel like this is going to deepen a long-term relationship even further. Something along these lines is happening in a new partnership too. I'm hearing less than a year. There's a new partnership here. And this is going to apply to more than just one. When I say a new, trust and believe, a new partnership or the established partnership, we are talking about many of people who are sitting in an energy. We are talking about an energy on earth that is being drawn out right now, okay? So there will be many of you who are in new relationships of less than a year, and your masculine energy is going to come to you and they're going to give you some sorts of kudos, ride-ons, and cheers. And again, it's for the same reason, because you are a believer, because you are mild-mannered, because you have faith, because you know how to speak strategically, and you keep it lighthearted. Like, you don't go into drudgery and misery and fear-mongering and all that shit. Hashtag love-mongering. Plug it in. Yay. You are somebody who doesn't ask questions about absurdities, and you don't delve into absurdities. You're not stuck on the drama. You're like, oh, no. I had enough of that with my own mama. I'm here because of love, and so I'm going to enhance that. I see the feminine energy in this new relationship. Like, I am creating in my partnership with you all that I knew was possible, but I've never experienced. I'm not allowing those ugly energetic forces into this relationship. This relationship is going to be something that I didn't even, I can't tell you what it's going to be like because I've never seen it, but I believe, like a no, I believe. And I behave in a harmony with that. And so there's this conversation. It's a very important conversation. And this conversation is extremely healing. And this conversation is going to highlight the tendency, the proclivity of the feminine energy to always go towards the light, to create healing with her words, to create healing with her thoughts, to speak out blessings over everyone and everything. And this is going to expand the happiness, expand the love that is already in existence. Now, if you are single and you're calling in a soulmate, what I'm getting for you is that this relationship situation that I'm speaking about, as I speak about the divine feminine or the feminine qualities and the masculine qualities, this is about the feminine being your inner world, your thoughts, your emotions and stuff, and your outer world being the actions and the exhibiting of it. So in your case, this would be, I know how to do this, and now I'm going to put it into action. Like, when I go to the store, I find everything that I need, and I know that, and it works. You are providing a new foundation for yourself because you don't allow yourself to be bombarded with, and somebody has decided to stop watching the news. You don't allow yourself to be bombarded with external views. You're really going within and you're applying the inner guidance that you have actively in your life. Again, we're going to talk about what my grandson has been channeling. My 4-year-old grandson has been channeling so much, and he runs up to me for the last couple of days saying, Grandma, what happens when you get, what is gold? No, he says, Grandma, what does gold and silver make? What does gold and silver make, Grandma? What does gold and silver make? And I said, just off the top of the dome, channeled, obviously, I go, magic. Oh, that's what it makes? It makes magic, Grandma? And then I hear, yes, it makes magic. So I continue channeling to my grandson. It makes magic. Yes, it does, grandson. And I hear silver being the inner world, that spiritual mind, gold being the active consciousness in the external, the hidden and the obvious, the internal and the external, the divine feminine and the divine masculine. And that melding, it makes magic. So these are the days that we're living in. This is the energy that is being brought up for the masses of humanity. Let's get one card, Scott. Let's talk first about the long-term couples. We're going to pull a little bit for the long-term couples. We'll pull a little bit for the newer couples that we spoke to, and we'll pull a little bit for singles. So what can long-term couples expect for the partnership that they're in? What can we expect for the long-term couples that have been in resonance with the messages that we've spoken here, Mr. Scott? Thank you. Okay. You have 2 cards coming out. Oh, look at that. I love this. Long-term couples. If you're not married yet, baby, you're being brought to marriage. You have the Star and the Hierophant. If you are married, which I feel like some of you are not married, I just feel like this partnership is like you guys are going to bring in some amazing blessings. Situations working out. I feel like somebody is going to, there's some energy here about a loan in a home or some financial windfall coming your way. a financial windfall coming your way in this partnership. So wherever the long-term partnership, if you guys have been looking for a new home, I feel like you're going to find the perfect home. If you guys have been looking for a new church or a new spiritual path, you're going to find that together. If you guys have been looking to deepen your commitment or renew your vows, that energy is here too. I see finances getting really freaking strong here though, because this is huge. Like, and when I say really freaking strong, like, I don't really feel loan so much, because a loan means you're in debt. I don't see you going into debt. I see a windfall, like a huge windfall coming to some partnership. All right. And this is something that you have wished for, prayed for, wanted for, but kind of like forgot about it in recent times. Like there's been so much other stuff going on that you haven't been able to give attention to it. And I hear somebody had this on their vision board at one point in time, or they were journaling about it, some sort of manifestational practice about it, and forgot all about it. Now, as I'm shuffling, I'm asking for a card for the newer couples, and I have one card falling out, and it is the 9 of Pentacles. The 9 of Pentacles is a card of great gains. We're going to pull the next card off of the top of my hand just to add a second, since we had 2 for the long-term couples. And the card that came out is the Queen of Cups, love. I feel like these new couples are coming together, and financially you're going to create a huge wealth together. I also feel a lot of beauty, a lot of health. I see in this new connection a telepathic connectivity, like you guys are extrasensory perceptive with one another. You always know when the other one's going to call. You are able to anticipate each other's needs and fulfill those needs. Where one is more emotionally based and the other is more financially based. So one of you could be the nurturer, the caregiver, the one at the home. You could be the more spiritual one, while the other is more of the breadwinner, the financial, the material master, the provider. Okay. So this could be different aspects of who you are that you're bringing to the table, that you're drawing together. I also see a collaboration possible in which your talents combine to provide a service. Okay. To be of service. So, and I hear that in your connection, there is an intense service for spirit and finances on earth. So let's see what is the energy for our singles. In singles, here you go. You spoiled singles. Singles got spoiled. You got 3 cards. You have the Magician, the Queen of Swords, and the 5 of Wands. And the 5 of Wands is over where? Reversed. Oh, excuse me, is reversed. So for some of you, you're going to be highly resonant with air sign energy, I'm hearing. This is why I'm holding this one separately. But I also see an air sign energy, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. But I also see here somebody who has decisively and precisely used their spell casting to ask for what they want. And what do they want? They want some magic to take the drama away, take away the problems. It's like uncreating and destroying all the challenges and blockages. I see a single person who is casting a spell to uncreate and destroy all the blockages that they don't know exist in their life, that are holding them back from their overall bliss and fulfilling their life purpose. Praise! I love it for you in all these days. And in that energy, what else is possible in this for our bliss? What else is possible in this for our love? What else is possible in this for our peace? What else is possible in this for our happiness? I absolutely love and adore the part of me that aligns with you. The golden thread that shines all the way through, called love and peace and happiness. And in the meantime, in between time, you can treat yourself at lphtarot.com. As in love, peace, and happiness to you and yours. And of course, me and mine. Until next time. Love you. Bye.